A letter to God. Before you read, they say faith can move mountains. Underline the sentence, faith can move mountains. This is the central idea or the theme or the message of this chapter. But what should we put our faith in? This is the question this story delicately poses. Lancho. Lancho is the main character of the story, who is a farmer who writes a letter to God when his crops are ruined, asks for 100 pesos. Does Lancho's letter reach God? Does God send him the money? Think what your answers to these questions would be and guess how the story continues before you begin to read it. First of all, let me tell you the important points or the important things that we are to learn about this chapter. The very first is this statement or this sentence, faith can move mountains. In this story, we shall come to know that faith can really move mountains. If we have faith in something, we can do anything. Okay, faith is the foundation what we can achieve. Next one is the main character, that is Lancho. He is a farmer whose crops means his crops are ruined by what? By hailstorm. And then he writes a letter to God. So when he writes a letter to God and asks for help, who actually helped Lancho and how will be Lancho's reaction? Okay, another important element in this story is irony. This story is an ironical story. Okay, what is irony? Irony is a literary device where we expect something else but happens something, means something else happens. Okay, this means that we expect one thing, we are in a hope that this would happen, but opposite thing happen. All right, for example, in the movie like Bahubali, we never expected that Katappa will kill Bahubali. It was not accepted at all. So this was an ironical condition for the audience. Okay, we were all surprised. We were expecting something else, but at the end of the movie, what happens, that was just like opposite. Okay, the same element is there in this story. This is called irony. Let's start the chapter, read the story, then we shall find out what happens and what is the summary of this chapter. First one is the beginning of the story is telling us the situation or the means where the house was situated. Okay, the location of the house, whose house it is? It is Lancho's house. So how was it? The description has been given. The house, the only one in the entire valley. First, this house was only one in the entire valley. That means it was a solitary house. Next, set on the crest of a low hill. It was situated on the top of a low hill. So you can get the idea where the house is. From the height, means from the height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. Means if someone stands there in the house, the person can see the entire field and the river and the valley. And in the field, the crop was full of dotted with the flowers. That means it was full of white color flowers. It means that the person was hoping for a good crop. Okay, that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed, now everything was set, what the earth needed, that was a downpour or at least a shower. Means now the person or means everyone was waiting for a shower or a downpour. Throughout the morning, now throughout the morning, Lancho, here the character has been introduced. Okay, Lancho, who knew his fields intimately. Intimately means very closely or personally. Lancho, who knew his fields very closely, had done nothing. He was doing nothing but only seeing towards the sky, towards the northeast. Okay, because he was hoping for a rain. Okay, he was in a wait for a means light shower, and he was continuously looking towards the sky in the direction northeast. Okay, you are to remember this. Which direction? This is northeast direction. Now we are really going to get some water, women. Means when he saw some clouds in the sky, he was in a hope that soon they will get some water, means soon it will rain. Now we are really going to get some water, women. Women, this is Lancho's wife. The woman who was preparing supper replied, yes, God willing. Means Lancho's wife, she replied that yes, I can also hope for the same. The older boys, now here are the sons, okay. The older boys, they were working in the field, and the smaller ones, they were playing near the house until the women called to them, come for dinner. It was during the meal that, just as Lancho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. Means Lancho's wife, she was preparing dinner. She called everyone, means the family members, for dinner. And when they were having their dinner, what happened? It happened the same as Lancho had predicted. Big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, he was looking towards this direction. So in the northeast, huge mountains of clouds, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out. Who is this man? The man, he is Lancho. The man went out for no other reason but to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. This is showing that Lancho was very hopeful that he would be having a good harvest this year. And when he returned, he exclaimed, these are not raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins. Why Lancho says so? Lancho said so because he was in a hope that he would be having a good harvest and he would be able to earn money, okay, by selling the harvest in the market. So that's why he is calling the raindrops what? New coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5s. Right? This paragraph is showing that Lancho was hoping for a good harvest. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. But suddenly, means till here, Lancho was hopeful. He was satisfied that now he would be having a good crop. But what happened? But suddenly, a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. Now, what happened? Hailstones, okay, hailstones began to fall, and now these hailstones, they were resembling coins, okay, they were looking like new coins. The boys, the boys here, the smaller boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. What is this? The frozen pearls. This is referring to the hailstone. Okay, hailstones. It means that when the hailstones begin, means the boys, they did not know what is going to happen. Okay, what may happen, how it may destroy their crop, but they were excited. They started collecting the means hailstones. It's really getting bad now, but Lancho got tensed. Lancho hope that it is means it is really good getting bad now. I hope it passes quickly, but it did not pass. Means Lancho was hoping that it would stop, and his fields, his crop, his harvest would be saved, but it did not pass. For an hour, continuously for an hour, the hail rained on the house, on the garden, on the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. Means for an hour it continues, and the field was white as if covered with salt. Means the entire crop was covered with hailstones. Now, what would happen? Obviously, it was destroyed. Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lancho's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, "A plague of locust would have left more than this. The hail has left nothing." Now you can see Lancho is standing here. He's very sad. He is just feeling distressed. He is saying that if locusts have would have attacked the fields, they would have left something at least. But this hailstone, it has destroyed the entire crop. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. That night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing, means all our hard work have been wasted. There's no one who can help us. We will go hungry this year. Now these lines are showing Lancho's sadness. Means Lancho was broken. He was so sad. He was distressed. He was means hoping for a good harvest, but now everything was gone. Okay, the hail has destroyed his crop, and he was very sad now. And he was saying that it has left nothing. This year they would be having no corn, so this year they would be means they would go hungry. Okay, so here are some questions. Uh, Before starting the next part, I hope you all are understanding the story. You all are getting what is happening in this story. And if you are not comfortable in English explanation, let me tell you that I have already uploaded a video that is the explanation in Hindi of this same chapter. Okay, so you can watch those video also, but I suggest you to watch English video, English explanation also, because ultimately you have to write the answers, you have to learn the concept in English. Okay, the link of this video is given in the description. What did Lancho hope for? Okay, what did Lancho hope for? He was hoping for a good crop. Why did Lancho say the raindrops were like new coins? Because he was hopeful that he would be having some money, he would get some money by selling the crop in the market. How did the rain change? The rain changed into the hailstones and hailstorm. What happened to Lancho's field? They were destroyed. What were Lancho's feeling when the hail stopped? He was so sad, he was so distressed, he was like thinking that he would have nothing this year. Okay, so these are some oral comprehension check. That means these are your textual questions. Answers may be in one sentence or two sentences, but later on I would tell you how to answer the questions to get 3 out of 3 marks. Okay, now the second part of the chapter begins. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope: help from God. Now, those who were living in this solitary house in the valley, means the members of Lancho's family, they were having only one hope. And what was that hope? That was the hope from God. Don't be so upset, even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. This sentence is showing that Lancho was hopeful. He was optimist. He was an optimistic person. Okay, he did not lose hope, but he is still having faith in God. These are some qualities. These are the points that we can mention in the character sketch of Lancho. I have uploaded the video of character sketch of Lancho as well, so you can watch that video also. That's what they say, no one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lancho thought only of his one hope, that is help from God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Lancho was an ox of a man. Once again, an important line. Lancho was an ox of a man. This shows that Lancho was a hard working farmer. Okay. He works like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. This is showing that Lancho decided to write a letter to God. And what he wrote? He wrote, "If you don't help me, God, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos." So, what he demanded for? He demanded 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm is blah blah blah. So, he like provided the detail why he need the money. So he asked for 100 pesos. He wrote to God. This is the sender's receiver's address. So he wrote to God on the envelope, but put the letter inside, and still trouble went to town. Means he was still sad, but still in a hope. He went to the town. At the post, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. Now what happened? This is the one phase. Okay, phase one of the story. Now the another phase begins. One of the employees, who was a postman, also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Means when a postman got the letter, he laughed. Okay, he laughed so much and he showed this letter to God. Never in his career as a postman he known that address. The postmaster, now another character is means reveals here. Okay, he showed the letter to the postmaster. How was the postmaster means looking? He was a fat, amiable means friendly, amiable fellow. Also broke out laughing. He also laughed, but almost immediately he turned serious, because he was convinced. He was surprised to see the faith. What faith? I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter. Means he was surprised to see Lancho's faith in God, starting up a correspondence with God. So, in order not to shake the writer's faith, now the postmaster decided that he would not shake the writer's Lancho's faith in God. He came up with an idea. He said that we shall collect the money. Let's answer the letter. But when he opened the letter, it was in the letter what was demanded for, it was something else. It was not only a written answer. Okay, so it is said that when he opened it, it was evident that to answer the letter he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. So but what this line is expressing, students, why I am telling you in deep, because CCT based questions, apart from that extract based questions may be there. So if you are given this extract, you may be asked a question, what do you mean by this sentence that he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper? This means that the postmaster not only to answer the letter, but he had to give some money also. Okay, so this is what this sentence means. But he sticks to his resolution. He asked for money. Now he started collecting money from his employees. He himself gave a part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. Means everyone means helped as per their means as per their pocket. Okay, so it was impossible for him, but still they could not gather 100 pesos, gathered together the 100 pesos. So he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. Means it was more than half. They could collect 70 pesos. He put the money in the envelope addressed to Lencho, and with it letter containing only a single word as a signature, God. Means he did not reveal his identity as well. He write means his signature, he put the signature as God because he did not want to shake Lencho's faith in God. Now, once again, some questions. Who or what did Lancho have faith in? He had faith in God. What did he do? He wrote a letter to God. Who read the letter? The postmaster and the postman read the letter. What did the postmaster do then? He decided to collect money and help Lancho. The following Sunday, now what happened? Third part of the chapter begins here. The following Sunday, Lancho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him while the postmaster. One question arises here. Why Lancho came a bit earlier? Because he was sure. Okay, this is once again showing his faith in God. He was sure that he would be getting the reply. Then the postman give him the letter, and the postmaster, he was just means he just wanted to see. He was feeling very happy, very relaxed, and he was just having a feeling that he had done something great, and now he wanted to see Lancho's reaction. Means he wanted to see how happy Lancho would be that someone have really helped him. Experience the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed looked on from his office. Now Lancho showed means when Lancho saw the money, he did not show the surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence. Means Lancho was confident that he would be getting money from God. So he did not show the surprise. Okay, he was not surprised at all. But when he counted the money, it was 70 pesos. He became angry. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lancho what he had requested. Now Lancho was angry that God have not sent means less money. God have sent complete 100 pesos, but someone else had taken it. Then immediately Lancho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink, and on the public writing table he started to write. Means he was writing another letter with much wrinkling of his brow caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. This means this his expressions were like he is angry and he is expressing something in the letter. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. Means he put a stamp on the paper. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, means he posted the letter. Okay, he just sent the dropped the letter into the mailbox. Now the postmaster, he wanted to read the means thanks note from Lancho. He was in a hope that Lancho has written that, okay, I know it, God has not sent this money, but someone had helped me, so I am thankful to that person. Whoever he or she is, he or she is really a great person. Postmaster was hoping this. Okay, this is irony. Means now postmaster was expecting this, that Lancho had written a thanks note, but when he opened the letter, what was written in the letter? God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Now Lancho said that, God, you have sent the money, but I have received only 70 pesos. Send me the rest. Means send me the 30 pesos rest of the money, more money, since I need it very much, because 70 pesos can't help me. I need more money. But now he is telling God that, but don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees, they are a bunch of crooks. They are rugs. They have taken this 30 pesos. They have stolen my money. And then he put his name there, Lancho. Now see what the postmaster was hoping for. He was hoping for a thanks note. But in spite of this, what he means instead of this, what he got a title that he was a bunch, means he was a part of like a bunch of crooks. They were bunch of crooks who actually helped Lancho. So this is called irony. Postmaster was expecting something else, but he got something else. And even we were also feeling that okay, now Lancho had got the money, he would be thankful to someone. But Lancho was so innocent that he wrote another letter to God, and those who actually helped him, he called them only means the bunch of crooks or the dishonest persons. Okay, so was Lancho surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? No, he was not surprised, because he was sure that he would definitely get the answer. What made him angry? When he counted the money, it was 70 pesos. So he got angry. He thought that the post office employees, they had taken the rest of the money. Okay, so this was the story of this chapter. Faith can move mountains. If we have a deep faith in something, we can do anything in our life. This is the message. Apart from that, uh, means Lancho's character has been highlighted and ironical element. In the next video, we shall discuss the questionnaires or textual questionnaires of this chapter, and I shall tell you some extra points also related to this story. Till then, keep learning, keep watching the video, and try to understand the explanation of the story. If you want to watch in Hindi, I have given the link of the video in the description box. Apart from that, you can see the end screen as well. Okay, so